Okay, what's up, you guys? I'm back. I'm really trying not to cry right now because I just made a whole live video. I was basically at the end and my phone overheated and the entire video was lost. Regardless, we are here to talk about the fall or autumnal equinox that is happening tomorrow, Saturday, September 23rd, also known as Mabon. It is a very powerful day because it is a day when the veil is more thin than it typically is. So it's a great day to channel, to receive messages, to connect with your angels, your guides, or your higher self, whatever it is that you connect with, whatever it is that you receive guidance from, okay? And messages will be coming in much more easily on this day. It is also the first day of fall, or it's leading into fall, the first day of fall, and it is leading into Libra season, which is all about balance and love. You know, Libra is the lover of the zodiac, so this is a really yummy time for relationships and also for reviewing your relationships and getting rid of any relationship that is no longer serving you or where you don't feel like your worth is being met, okay? I want to take a little detour real quick and talk about how September 23rd, this date, September 23rd, 2023 specifically, has become a very infamous date online. It has become a very feared date. And I want to tap into why that is. And I want to emphasize the fact that this date should not be feared whatsoever. It is a very powerful, incredible, transformational day, can be very transformational and powerful. And it's a day when our angels are very close to us, so there's no reason to fear. Why are people fearing this date? Well, it has to do with two things: Bible prophecies and movies that predict things, okay? Because September 23rd, 2023 is a date that has been in countless movies, and it's always the doomsday date, right? It's in countless movies, it's in The Simpsons, you know, they predicted it, like so many things. And if you are interested in that, please message me because I do have a video of all the different movies that refer to September 23rd, 2023 in one compilation, and I can send that to you if that is something that interests you. Now, back to the Bible thing. I do want to make a disclaimer that I am not Christian per se. I was raised in a church. I do believe in Jesus or Yeshua. When I call upon Jesus or when I work with his energy, I call him Yeshua because that was his real name. The reason I'm not Christian is because if they can't even teach you what y'all's Savior's real name is, then what are they actually teaching you, okay? Anyways, so in the Bible, it is, in Revelations actually, they talk about a time period whenever, I have the quote right here. This is actually a Bible verse, because I do believe that there is a lot of really interesting information in the Bible that has actually been prophesized and come true. I also believe that the Bible was rewritten in a way to keep people small, controlled, and in fear, okay? So I'm going to talk about, how I feel about it and also what the Bible verse says. So because it mentions a lot of astrology, which is so funny because a lot of Christians are not into astrology, but astrology is all over the Bible. And specifically, this Bible verse says, "And there appeared in heaven a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars." Okay, so we are in Virgo season currently, and Virgo happens to be in this exact position. So she's represented as a woman, that's the constellation, and right now she has the moon under her feet, and upon her head, a crown of 12 stars. Leo, the constellation Leo, is above her head right now, along with the sun. Altogether, this is 12 stars. Interesting. And then it goes on to say, "And she with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered," saying that she's with child, right? If you actually look at the sky right now, or pull out your Sky View app, there is a star called Child that is in Virgo's womb. Even more interesting, right? Okay, so this time is important. I don't know what's going to happen. I know we're good. I know there's no reason to fear, but this is a time that is crucial, and it just so happens to be on the exact day of the autumnal fall equinox, Mabon, the day of equal day and night, right? That's what equinox means, equal night. And it's the day when the veil is really thin. So why do I think there's a lot of fear-mongering happening online? Eddie, Kelsey, what's up? So glad y'all can join me in this video. So why do I think there's a lot of fear-mongering happening online? Because I think this day, Raji, what's up, baby? So glad you could join me. I'm talking about the autumn equinox and September 23rd, 2023. That's tomorrow. And how powerful of a day it is, how it should not be feared, how we should be using this day to turn inward and to reflect on our lives, reflect on the balance that's in our lives, or actually more so like where are we out of balance, okay? It's a good day to address our shadows. How can we integrate our shadows more? Jason, what's up, homie? So glad you could sign on. How can you integrate your shadows more to benefit you, right? Shadows are not something to be feared or to run away from. They're actually here to help us understand ourselves and everyone else better so that we can act with more compassion, okay? So I have a few tips and like ideas of things you can do on this day to use this energy to your greatest benefit, because this day is super powerful. The veil is super, super thin. So your manifestation abilities are heightened. Your ability to connect to your higher self and your angels, heightened. Your guides are there giving you messages all day long. So it's really good to slow down, ground down. Corey, what's up, baby? So glad you could sign on. So it's really good to slow down, ground down. It's a great day for meditation. If you're going to do meditation, which I highly suggest, first I suggest starting with your root chakra, grounding yourself, because when you're grounded, it can open up our channel and allow for that channeling, that cosmic energy, that cosmic flow to happen much easier. Okay, so start with grounding and then work on cleansing your third eye. And you can imagine like you can imagine it spiraling open, and like a bright white golden energy around your third eye and your crown chakra. You can even imagine your crown spiraling open and like blooming, like a flower blooming open. And this actually allows for channeling to happen easier. So now you're grounded, your third eye's open, and your cosmic channel, your crown is open so that you may receive messages easier. Okay, I highly suggest doing this on this day. Then I highly suggest journaling. Okay, this is a great day for reflection and journaling. If you want to do that, there are some prompts that I wrote down, and these are shadow work prompts, right? So what in my life is out of balance? You can write that down, free write a little bit. Maybe you don't know, and if you start free writing, you just start writing something and you're like, oh wow, I didn't expect that to come up. And then after, ask your angels for help with these things, because our angels, what I've learned recently is that sometimes I think I can do things on my own. And then I realize I'm still thinking, like a year later, I'm still thinking I can do this on my own. It is totally okay to ask for help. In fact, it is honored to ask for help in the spiritual realm. Ask your angels for help. Ask your angels for support. Ask someone physical. If there's something that someone physical could physically help you with, ask them. All right, this is showing yourself self-love, and it will be rewarded, okay? Also, what are these shadows of your habits? Ooh, okay, so like, for example, a shadow of my habit would be procrastination. I have a lot to do right now, and I like to do other things like readings, which they're important. They're really important, but I don't need to do 3 every day. Whatever. Okay, so recognize where you may be doing things that aren't benefiting you anymore and how you can shift this into something that is benefiting you, okay? And numerology, the numerology of this day, the total of this day is 21. 2 + 1 = 3, right? So this is a day about taking action fully with guides. And so the number 3 is all about working with others, working with your guides, right? Working with help, and also like creating stability for yourself, because a triangle with 3 points is one of the most stable structures there is, okay? So if you are going to work with the numerology, do it by connecting with your angels and spiritual team of equity, okay? And so it's all about balancing where we need to show up in our life. All right. It is also all about love, considering that we're entering into Libra season, right? So, oh wait, where are my notes? Where am I? Okay, I guess I will wait for that one because I can't find where those notes are. Oh, okay, this is weird. Anyways, I'm gonna jump to something else. So another good thing to do on this day is cleanse your space, all right? So grab some smudge, grab some palo, some sage, rosemary, whatever you're gonna smudge with, and start with the doors shut, all the doors and windows shut, smudge your whole entire living space, then open the doors and continue smudging. Allow the energy to leave and then smudge like again, okay? This is the best way to cleanse, in my opinion. And then also another good thing to do, because the veil is really thin, if you do any sort of mediumship, or if you connect with spirits on the other side, or do any of that type of work, or if you're even just like really if you're really sensitive to energy, something that is really beneficial to do on this day would be to cleanse all of your mirrors. Mirrors are known as a way for energies to, like energies can get stuck in mirrors or can come through mirrors, okay? So it is really important to cleanse your mirrors with the sage and then lock them. How do you lock them? You can look up symbols or sigils, S-I-G-I-L-S, online, and draw that symbol in the corner of the mirror, or write like, I am protected in the corner of the mirror, right? Affirmations, anything, putting anything on the mirror or writing on it with the intention to lock it will lock it, okay? Just Johnny, DJ Just Johnny got us some smudge. Yay! Hell yeah, Johnny. He's on his spiritual game. I love that. And so lock the mirrors. Cleanse your space. Also, get rid of anything that is no longer in season, just to keep the energy fresh. The next thing you can do that's a super powerful practice on this day is recreate your altar. If you don't have an altar yet, and an altar is like basically a place with different symbols and things that nourish your soul, right? That remind you to be intentional, to connect with spirit, and to meditate. So this is a place where you can meditate in front of. This is a place where you can do spell work in front of. It's my favorite part of my home is my altar, okay? So if you don't have an altar already, I suggest you create one. If you already have an altar, maybe do some feng shui, cleanse the energy out, and maybe bring in some fall vibrations, right? Bring in some fallen leaves from outside. Bring in some of those cherry bomb things. Those are actually super powerful when working with magic. If you're curious, you can message me or look it up. Get a little like pumpkin figurine or something. It is always nice to have like actual organic natural items from outside that really amplifies the vibration of the space, but also just anything that reminds you of what vibrational season we're in, what season we're in, which brings in a specific vibration. Fall is usually like letting go, right? And tuning inwards. So, also putting fresh flowers. Our ancestors love fresh flowers. They love offerings. And because the veil is so thin at this time, if you're connecting with them already, why not give them a little offering of fresh flowers? They would love that. Okay. What else? I don't know where my Libra notes went. But it is Libra season, and that is another aspect of this balancing, right? Like bringing in more balance, but also noticing what relationships, because Libra is the lover, so this is about relationships. What relationships in your life have been off balance, okay? What relationships in your life do you feel like you are not receiving the love that you deserve? Because if there are any relationships where that feels true, then this is a good time to like truly say goodbye to those relationships. Let them go, just like the trees let their leaves fall when they're no longer needed, right? Or when they're no longer in alignment. Oh, I love you so much, Raji. I can't wait to see you. You are such a goddess as well, and that's why we connect so well, so deeply. Anyways, okay, so yes, so like the trees let their leaves fall, it's time to let go of anything that does not feel nourishing to your heart or your soul. And when you do this, you're actually creating space for better things to come in, for different blessings, things that are more aligned with you to come in, right? Because sometimes when we're holding on to things too tightly, we're actually blocking off the blessings that are meant to come in. So really let go of anything that is no longer serving you. And maybe you should journal about this. What is no longer serving me? Just start free writing and see what comes up, okay? Sometimes you're surprised what your own hand writes. I love it. And then, so truly let go of those things with grace, with love, so that you can receive your blessings that you are so fucking worthy of, okay? And I do believe that is all. Yep. Okay. So now I'm just going to, like I said, I already did this entire video outside, and then my phone overheated because I'm in Texas right now and it's hot as fucking it's fucking ridiculous how hot it is, okay? And so anyways, I lost that whole video, but I still have the oracle cards that I pulled in that video. I'm not going to pull again. I'm just going to use these because they were so on point. Oh, which reminds me. So, again, talking about September 23rd and how like people are telling you to fear this day, or like that something big and bad is going to happen. Trust that your angels got your back. Trust that you are, even if you don't connect with the angels, just trust that you, your higher self, always has you exactly where you need to be when you need to be there, okay? And you are divine, you are protected, okay? And also, so I had a dream last night, or it was more so this morning, where in the dream, I was aware that it was September 23rd, tomorrow, Saturday. I was aware that it was this day, and I was looking at the sky, and then all of a sudden, this freaking huge, like, Star Wars type mothership appears in the sky. Okay, and I remember just thinking like, wow, and then receiving this huge like energy that was pulsating in my heart. This is my dream. And then I woke up. And then when I pulled the oracle card outside, the very first card that came out was trust the timing. So the word that I feel like is really important here is trust. Trust that you are being taken care of. Trust that you are watched over. Trust that you are in a safe and protected position always, okay? And it says, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Everyone online saying like, it's the rapture. The rapture is going to happen on Saturday. Like time's up. No, time's not up. It doesn't work that way. It might be speeding up. And in fact, I very strongly believe that it is. But it is not up. In fact, this is the change that we have been waiting for, y'all. We've been waiting for a change so that our Mother Earth can be taken care of and nourished, and that her beings can actually live in peace and love, right? This is not to say like Saturday is going to be like, boom, all of a sudden everyone is peaceful and just in their highest vibrations, but it is the beginning of this very, very strong process that is happening, okay? Or at least that's what I feel like it is. And so again, like the reason why I mentioned that my dream is because you can't see it as well, but there's like these aurora colors, like aurora borealis, I think is what it's called, colors in the sky. So, and then the other starseed card that came out was observation. So I really feel like other than tuning in, other than cleansing your space, recreating your altar, creating an altar, it's really, really beneficial to pay attention to the sky at this time. If you happen to be outside on Saturday, September 23rd, tomorrow, look at the sky. Keep your eyes on the sky because you might just see something that blows your mind. Hopefully, I'm hoping so. I would love to see something like that again. Eddie, digging all of this, please give your Texas Soul family some love. Much love. I love you so much, Eddie. If you're still in Texas, let's hang out. I will definitely give my family love for you. 1212, yay, I love that. Okay, so it says, expand your consciousness by observing the divine timing of, the divine matrix of life. Should I read that again? Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. I feel like this is not only referring to like, keep your eyes on the sky if you're outside on Saturday. Also like, observe yourself, observe your inner reality, observe your shadows, right? Give them love and integrate them, okay? All right, there's a few other things I want to touch on. Another activity I forgot to mention that would be really beneficial to do tomorrow is after you do all this work, after you write that's what I was going to say. Okay, so if you are calling in a lover, or whatever your prayers or manifestations are, it's a really powerful day to write these down on a piece of paper and fold it up, or first sign it with your name, your full name, fold it up and sleep with it under your pillow the night of tomorrow night. I'm just going to start saying tomorrow night. And that actually puts those prayers, those manifestations, those intentions right next to your mind and your consciousness while you sleep in this magical day. Another thing you can do, if it is love that you're calling in, okay, you can write a love letter to your future lover, or to the lover that you're calling in. I want to make a huge disclaimer. Do not put anyone's specific name. Like if you have your eyes on someone, do not write their name down in this letter. That is actually a form of black magic because that is messing with free will, okay? And when I was a baby witch, I just started out, I didn't know any better. I did some sex magic and I accidentally envisioned the guy who I was trying to manifest in my love spell, and it backfired big time. So do not do that, okay? Do not do that. If you want to manifest someone specific, instead of saying their name, you can actually write down their characteristics, or like, what is it about them that you like? Write down their characteristics. So if it's not meant to be them, you're not messing with their free will, but you are calling in someone who has the characteristics that you're actually really into, right? So write down the characteristics of the lover that you're calling in. Write down all the sexy details. Write down how they make you feel. Write down, get really detailed about your intimate experiences together, what you like. Get really detailed about your non-negotiables, your boundaries, and also get really detailed about what you're going to do together. What is this relationship going to look like? What are y'all going to go experience? What are y'all going to create, right? And then sign it, fold it up, put it under your pillow. That's one of my favorite love spells things. Do not put anyone's specific name. Okay, and I do believe that's it. Oh, yes, there is one more thing. If you wanted to connect with a specific goddess on this day, this is the day for Persephone, the goddess of the underworld. Now, Persephone does not only walk the underworld, she also walks the physical world, right? She was a princess or like goddess of the physical world, and then was kidnapped by Hades and taken down to the underworld, where she then fell in love with with the people down there. and now she is allowed to go up to the physical world every spring and summer, and down to the underworld every fall and winter, right? So this is a story about the seasons. This is a story about shadow work. This is a story about being able to do the shadow work, to go into the underworld and not fear it, and know that it is actually benefiting your evolution. I have an example of this, of when Persephone came into my life, because before I was like, Persephone, the goddess of the underworld, like, she bad, but like, I didn't know what that meant, right? And I did an ayahuasca experience. I had an ayahuasca experience right when I moved to California almost 3 years ago, and a dragon came to me, and the dragon told me that its name was Persephone, and that's all it said. And I was like, okay, cool, she bad, she's here, I don't know what to do. And then I kind of then the experience was over, and I didn't really know what Persephone was trying to tell me. 2.5 years later, I realized I am in the depths of the underworld. I am struggling with addiction. I'm struggling with depression. I'm struggling with even wanting to be on this earth. I'm struggling with passion. And I realized all of a sudden it dawns on me, oh my God, Persephone came to me to welcome me into the underworld. And that's exactly what happened. And of course, when I say this, it wasn't all doom and gloom. I actually really enjoyed the experiences that I had in that time period. I had some really fun, wild experiences, and I enjoyed them, but it also didn't nourish my soul. And it brought me to a place where I was longing for more. And that is shadow work, because once you make the decision to say, oh, wait. So basically my biggest shadow was the addiction, right? And I grew up in a family with addicts. And I always blamed them for the way I was because of the childhood trauma that I had went through. And when you're blaming other people, you're not taking responsibility for who you are. Yes, of course, the way you are raised is going to affect you. But at the same time, being in a state of addiction made me realize, being in the underworld made me realize that they never truly meant to hurt me. They were hurt themselves. And the mind, when it's under addiction, can play tricks on you. And it can make you do things that you would never do whenever you're full, your heart is full of love, whenever you love yourself. So what that did, what that shadow work did, what the underworld did, is that it actually amplified the compassion in my heart for those who I didn't understand, for those who I originally thought were fucking up, for those who I originally thought were mean. I realized that this is their path that they chose. And I also chose them to be my parents because I needed to be the person that I am becoming, that I am, and who I will continue to become. But when you bring that compassion into your past, into your parents in this present day, you heal the trauma from your past. And now me and my parents are like healing our relationship, and it is so beautiful. So I'm grateful to Persephone. I'm grateful to the underworld. And the whole reason I'm telling you this is because I'm telling you I want to say, like, don't be afraid when the underworld invites you in. It is a natural part of life. You don't have to stay there forever. You don't even have to stay there for long at all if you don't want to. It's all up to you. This is all your journey. It's up to you. But it is very, very beautiful work to play in your shadow, to face your shadow, and then integrate your shadow, right? To not let it control us for too long, okay? That's all I have to say about that. And I love you guys so much. Okay, I am also going to do another reading. I'm going to do a tarot reading, but it's going to be tomorrow on the day of the autumn equinox, the infamous September 23rd. And it is going to be a longer reading. It's going to be tarot and oracle, a very, very informational reading. It is going to be probably much longer than this, so I am going to post it to my YouTube account that I am now posting more videos to, trying to get more information out there to y'all. So if you are interested in a full energetic forecast of tomorrow, and it will be like for tomorrow, but then also the entire fall season, right? So if you are interested in that, please check out my YouTube channel. I'm gonna post it in the comments of this video, I believe. I don't know, I need to go like do some maintenance on it really quick, and then I'll probably come back and post it in this video. If you don't see it, message me, I'll give it to you. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you guys who signed on. I love y'all so much. You're so welcome, Raji and everyone. I love you, and I can't wait to see you. Shane, what's up, homie? I hope you're going flying today. Yeah, so that's all. I hope y'all have the most magical and beautiful, informational, you know, like a lot of channeling and information coming in from spirit. That's what I'm intending for y'all on September 23rd, tomorrow. I hope y'all have the most magical day. I love y'all.